Nobody tells you what Hanuman did to the sun and why it almost became a cosmic crime. Before he was the calm, folded hands Hanuman in your temple, he was a child with hunger bigger than the sky. Anjani's son opened his eyes to a world of trees and wind and endless light, and one morning he saw something that looked exactly like fruit. A blazing, ripe, golden fruit hanging in the heavens. The sun. To the child Hanuman, it wasn't a celestial body. It was breakfast. He leapt. Not jumped, leapt, beyond logic. The air tore past him, clouds split like cotton, birds became dots, and as he rose, the world below shrank into a toy. But here's the scandal. The universe is not amused when someone mistakes its laws for a playground. The sun god Surya felt it, this creature racing straight at him with open mouth. Surya's heat flared. "Stop!" Hanuman didn't stop, because in that moment, he didn't have fear. He only had innocence and power. The gods panicked. If Hanuman swallowed the sun, day would die, crops would fail, oceans would freeze, time itself would stumble. Indra, king of the heavens, saw a threat where there was only a child, and that is where the moral line gets dark. Indra hurled his thunderbolt, Vajra. It struck Hanuman's jaw. The child screamed and fell, falling like a comet toward the earth. The wind shook. Because Vayu, Hanuman's father, felt the udar in his own breath. And Vayu did something terrifying. He withdrew. He pulled the air out of the world, not as symbolism, as punishment. Suddenly, lungs everywhere seized, flames died, birds dropped. Even the gods clutched their chests as if the universe had become a room with no oxygen. Creation began to suffocate. All because a king of gods attacked a child. The Devas rushed to Brahma, to Vishnu, to Shiva, anyone who could stop Vayu's wrath. Indra, proud Indra, had to bow. They found Hanuman lying still, his face bruised, his jaw broken. The crime was that he aimed too high. Vayu's voice was a hurricane. "Return his life, or watch your worlds choke." Brahma stepped forward, palms raised, and spoke boons to soothe the storm. Vishnu placed his hand on the child's chest. And then, the impossible spectacle. Vishnu's touch made Hanuman inhale. Not a normal breath. A breath so vast it looked like the sky itself was pouring into his lungs, wind rushing visibly, spiraling like silver streams from every direction, returning to the world through one child's mouth. Forests shuddered back to life, lamps relit. The first relieved gasp across creation sounded like a hymn. Indra's voice, smaller now. "I did not know." Vayu answered, "You didn't ask." Hanuman opened his eyes, and instead of rage, there was a strange serenity, as if the thunderbolt had knocked arrogance out before it could be born. Surya, still glowing, came closer, not in anger, but in awe. "Child," he said, "you tried to eat me. Yet your leap was not evil. It was fearless." And Surya did something unexpected. He became Hanuman's teacher. Because the same force that almost swallowed the sun would one day swallow grief, fear, distance, anything that stood between Rama and Dharma. So remember, Hanuman didn't start as a saint. He started as a child who reached for the sun and brought the entire cosmos to its knees, until even the gods learned to protect innocence instead of punishing it. That's why his strength is worshipped, because it was tempered early by a fall and by a breath that revived the world.